This is the final countdown before my move from Toronto to Calgary. If you're new here, hi, I'm Celine. I moved to Toronto in 2019, and now I'm documenting my move with my boyfriend to Calgary. After weeks of packing, we're finally leaving our Toronto apartment and putting all of our belongings into 2 U-Haul U-boxes before starting our 5-day drive across the country. So come along for this moving day vlog and our final push before getting ourselves on the road. We have one final day until we are moving out of this apartment tomorrow, which is absolutely wild. I'll just quickly catch you guys up on what has happened. I feel like whenever I look around the apartment, there are still so many little things that I'm finding, but the most of it is packed, which is really great. I think when I first started this series of vlogs, I was just like reflecting on how much things have changed, and it is a big moment nonetheless. So in between all the packing and all the things that I'm trying to get done, I've definitely been thinking a lot about all the memories, all the times that we've had here, and just how grateful I am to feel like we're leaving on the best terms possible, if that makes sense, and we're leaving towards a very exciting next chapter for us. That's a moment of gratitude and calmness before we continue the mayhem that is packing. So coming up, we are going to be finishing the rest of the packing. My boyfriend finished his last day of work yesterday, and he's going to be dismantling the couch today, which we are currently leaning against, and also dismantling my desk and also packing his stuff. For me, I have packed, I would say 85 to 90% of my stuff now. I just need to really finish clearing out my desk, which is in the den. I do have work today, which I gotta say has been like just trying to balance everything. When they talk about work-life balance, this is like the epitome of that, because in this chaos and I'm just like on these calls trying to find a clear space and pretend like I'm not surrounded by boxes. But today is the last day that I'm working, and then tomorrow is, like I've said, the move day. So I'm just hoping that I can finish everything with work at a good time today, and then tonight is going to be packing. However, we also have a couple friends that we want to say goodbye to that we haven't met up with yet. So after that, it will be packing. And also this morning, I woke up around 6 a.m. to basically pack, which has been the last couple days, to be honest. So where are we at? Let's take a quick look. I'm not gonna show you again these boxes. I feel like most of it you guys have seen. The mirror that we had here, which used to be there, we threw out. It kept cracking and we weren't gonna bring it anyway, so it's already gone. And then this stuff we're gonna throw out, but the rest of it is packed. This is the current state of the kitchen. The dog food is on there just because I don't know, there was nowhere else to put it. We're gonna bring this to basically put some of the household items that we might need most immediately. Over the course of the trip, which you guys will be coming along for, we are staying in different Airbnbs. Most places I think have a good amount of basic things, but then when we actually get to Calgary, we're gonna be moving into our place, which is unfurnished with nothing in it. I just would rather us not have to completely buy everything if we can pack some of it with us. So that's kind of the main box for things like that. And then I also want to spend time today to figure out what of the other things are we actually going to bring with us in the car, because realistically we do have space, so we might as well take some stuff with us if we think we're going to need it. And then this is the den. So it's honestly such a disaster there, but most of the stuff that was here and everything here has been cleaned up and packed. Disregard the random items here, but that's all just gotta like be put away basically. I need to wrap the monitor. Closet wise, most of the clothes in there are Trevor's, and I am gonna just like figure out how to wrap this cabinet. It's too heavy to lift with all the drawers in them, so I think I'm gonna take them out when we're moving, and then when we get to the U-Haul U-box, we're gonna actually just like put them in so that it takes up less space. Also, I forgot to just share an update on the U-box. I have never used it before. I've had a friend that did use it, and one of Trevor's friends has used it before, and they've said it works fine. It's nothing special. It's just literally a box that you fill your belongings into. I'm confident that it's gonna be fine, but also because it's our first time using it, Trevor did call back just to like make sure that everything is good and ready. Then the guy who answered was just like, I don't think the address is correct, or like something like that. So we were a little bit concerned for a second, but I think it's gonna be fine. And I did go ahead and book a TaskRabbit to come for 11 o'clock tomorrow. I would rather just like have somebody that knows what they're doing take care of it with Trevor, and then I'll just support in other ways, you know what I mean? But I wanted to catch you guys up on where we're at. I'm running on adrenaline right now, and I can't believe that this is our very last full day here. So here's what the couch looks like. Honestly, Trevor did a really good job with this. I was a little bit nervous about the space that this was gonna take, but seeing it wrapped up now, I'm feeling pretty good. It's so weird to be in this space without anything. Oh my god, I look like a disaster. I've been in the den, which is actually not great because my desk is meant to be dismantled, but there was like so much tape and noise, which obviously is bound to happen because Trevor was taking apart the couch and everything, and then he was in the bedroom. So I've been just like trying to find areas that are quiet. I'm actually gonna take the days off until next Thursday. So I'm actually off for 5 days. I was thinking about getting back to work on Wednesday, but given, oh my god, there's a bug. Given that we're actually driving still, we decided to take an extra day in one of the locations that you guys will see in the next video. But we took an extra day because I just didn't want us to be like completely exhausted, more so my boyfriend because he's the one driving. But it is so weird to be in this space with nothing, or practically nothing. Very proud of the couch wrapping. I think I told you guys earlier, but we're gonna have dinner or go for dinner at the Well, and I think a couple of our friends are gonna meet us, so we'll probably head out by the time Trevor comes back. And I'm not done packing my stuff, so that's gonna be the rest of the night, which I keep saying. Oh my gosh, that is so crazy. This exact street, I have taken a picture there. You used to be able to see the view of the CN Tower. That is so wild. I regret my decision, to be honest. Very early. I don't want to be awake right now. Let me just say that. There's basically just little things that still need to be emptied, and we made a pact last night to not stay up until like 2 a.m. because it's just gonna make us feel like shit. I don't know if waking up at 4:30 makes it any better. I think that's everything that I can possibly put together into words right now. I just want to let you guys know that I'm awake, the day has started, and we will be out of here in less than 7 hours at this point. So I'm gonna get back to packing and try not to freak out about the fact that I haven't finished yet. There are all my plants ready to go. Is it not even 7:30? Yes. Am I opening a Celsius? Also yes. Cheers. I am definitely hitting a slump with the packing. In fairness, there is still a few hours, so I'm feeling a lot better than last night because when I went to bed, I had a bit of like anxiety about the list of things that still needed to be done. And it's not that there's not still things to be done, but at least like the major things are ready. And honestly, bless my boyfriend's heart because he was just like, you know, we're gonna be moving the stuff, so if you need more time, you can still pack up while like him and the guy are doing it. So that also brought me a lot of peace. But your girl is getting sleepy is what's happening because I slept, you know, about 3.5 hours. Actually about 4 hours. 4.5. I slept 4.5 hours. I can't even do math. Okay, but Bean's having his breakfast. He doesn't even know that this is his last breakfast in this apartment. Let me show you what I'm kind of going through right now. It looks like an absolute disaster in here. I finished the bathroom. That was like the first thing I did this morning after I woke up. I finished most of the clothes in here. I'm gonna leave the clothes inside because it's just space that's not gonna be used. So we're gonna have to take the drawers out when we're actually moving them, but then we can like tape them in once we move it into the box. This one's empty. I have a bag of clothes that I'm gonna put in here. I need to strip down the sheets from the bed. Trevor also went to get us some breakfast, so that'll be nice for sure. I have no energy to talk, to be honest. I don't know when I'll see you again because I think we just gotta keep going, but I'll see you when I see you. The moving itself went pretty smoothly. As I mentioned, we used 2 U-Haul U-boxes and I ended up hiring a TaskRabbit for some extra hands, which was such a huge help and lifesaver. I wasn't sure about it, but I couldn't imagine going through this move without the help of our TaskRabbit. A lot of people usually hire full-on moving companies for big moves like this, and we did briefly consider it, but we felt comfortable doing it ourselves and just with an extra pair of hands, even if it would be a little bit more tiring. But that guy did make such a difference because I did not know what I was doing, as you can see here. As we kept shuffling the items out, it felt so surreal to just see the place being more and more empty and realizing that our final moments were actually coming to an end. Both of our U-Haul U-Box containers were dropped off at our apartment, and I'll put the actual dimensions on screen, but we really went back and forth on how many containers we would end up needing. I think it depends on how much stuff you own, but the first U-Box was absolutely filled to the brim, and the second U-Box had some room to spare. So we did make the right choice, but again, it just really depends on how much stuff you might end up taking with you. I know a lot of people declutter a lot more than we did, but if you end up ordering more U-Boxes than you actually use, U-Box won't charge you for the extra ones. So that's also something to consider if you're looking to rent a U-Box as well. And then because everything became so last minute on this last day, we spent a good hour to an hour and a half cleaning after we finished loading up the boxes.
Is it a great fall? What did you learn to samosa?